What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video on the channel. Today, guys, we are going to be covering more of the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania. Now, today, guys, this is going to be the last video covering the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania, at least the scenario mysteries section by Nomura, at least the Nomura interview portion of this. Last video, we covered things about the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1, and we got a little bit of insight into Nomura's head as to how much he plans for the series ahead, and it revealed some pretty interesting stuff, definitely. So if you want to go ahead and watch that video, then you can click it in the card above on the top right, or you can wait until the end of this video and view everything in the full playlist in the end card. But I'm not going to waste any time, let's just get right into it. If there is a sequel, does that mean Final Fantasy characters like Cloud will appear? Yes, if there will be a sequel, I want Cloud in it. Actually, in the overseas version of Kingdom Hearts, Blank is Blink. That's a little weird to read. What they're probably inferring here based off of translator's notes is Sephiroth, but I'm sure they cut this out because they didn't want to spoil anything for people playing the game. Ooh, that is why this time I want to expand on Cloud's story and such. That means the overseas version is not exactly the same. There are many components added into the Plus Alpha. For example, Blink was added, still probably referring to Sephiroth, and the local version of the design was finalized and the polygon model was created, but we had to cut it out because of the time constraints. We revived it in this version, since my staff never became so immersed in a game before. Many of them said, I want to fight a strong enemy. Various suggestions were taken into consideration as much tuning and additions were feasibly added under time constraints, and certain parts that we were bothered about were improved. For those of you that didn't know, in the overseas version and our version, which is what they're talking about, we were the only ones that got Sephiroth in our version of Kingdom Hearts 1. Japan, however, they didn't have Sephiroth in their version. They didn't have Sephiroth at all, I believe, along with a lot of other secret bosses and additions to Kingdom Hearts 1. So our version was technically more polished than the original version that Japan got. However, Japan did eventually end up getting more than us in the end because they got the final mixes, which weren't released to us until 2013. So you win some, you lose some. On top of that, the original Disney voice actors will be in the North American version. Yes, the Disney voice actors are definitely splendid, but there are many good voice actors for the original characters as well. For example, Sora's voice is done by Haley Joel Osment's main works are Sixth Sense and AI. There are actors from dramas and singers that are popular overseas that are voicing as well. Kingdom Hearts really does have a pretty stellar cast of voice actors. I mean, they got like Mark Hamill to voice Ericus, which I think is probably one of the craziest things, along with Leonard Nimoy for Xehanort, Jesse McCartney as Roxas, and they got a lot of the original Disney voice actors to reprise their roles as well. If that is the case, wouldn't the fans be overjoyed if there was a Kingdom Hearts International? Personally, I would like to release the overseas version for the Japanese PS2, but I also feel that having International in the title is a bit dishonest. It's a delicate subject. I already had talks about if it were to come out, I would have it say English dub version instead of International. Yeah, fun fact that you guys probably already know, for the Final Mix versions of Kingdom Hearts games, like for most of the Final Mixes, Birth by Sleep, KH2, KH1, they all have English voice acting, yet Japanese text. But it's very weird. That's probably a big reason a lot of people in America ended up importing the Final Mix versions like over here, because it already had English voice acting and they just had to memorize like menus and whatnot. I mean, I myself played like the Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts 1 back in the day, or the Final Mix version before it came out, and it wasn't that bad, to be honest. Once you got used to the menus, you could memorize certain symbols and whatnot. I don't know Japanese, but I can memorize where an ability or what an item is via trial and error. This time around, you've been drawing the Donald and Goofy illustrations, haven't you? On that subject, with Disney's sacred-like image, how was illustrating? No, I didn't draw them from start to finish. With this tight pencil technique, I do the rough draft first of all, then I pass it off to a Disney person. There, a Disney designer draws and sends over a character, and after all that, I draw it once more more. This is how it's done, and I don't change their corrections that much. Were the Atlantica and Halloween Town Dawn and Goofy designs also done by a Disney person? No, I did those too. Particularly the Halloween Town Dawn and Goofy I drew completely from the beginning. If I were to think about it, the uniting of Disney and Square characters, which everyone thought was unreasonable, arranging and drawing Disney characters together and appointing Utada Hikaru, you made everything everybody thought was impossible come true. You sure did. That's right, I'm always talking with everyone about that. We say things like everything came true like a dream. Thankfully, I didn't quit from the beginning. Kingdom Hearts really is just a completely unique piece of media. I mean, you combine like some of the things that like the East loves so much about their properties, their IPs, the anime aesthetic that they love so much, while also like combining this very Americanized product in Disney and everything that people love and cherish about those IPs, and you combine them together and meld them so perfectly in a way that is almost literally like a dream. At this point now, like, we've grown with the series, and the series has nearly been out for 20 years. But when you like go back in time and like think about like how this series came to be, and how like these ideas just melded together, how it even worked at all, it's really fascinating and unbelievable in a way, because there's not a single other IP really like it. The game's sales have been promising, and it seems like the voice of people who want a sequel is growing. People tell me I did a great job. I've been thinking about it since the company has been pushing me to tell them what I'll be doing next. I want to do 3 or 4. One of them is the sequel, of course, but I am still consulting with the staff on what to do. Yeah, 3 or 4 titles planned out beforehand? What? Okay. But it must be hard for you to work on your own projects and the character designs of the Final Fantasy characters on top of that. That's true, but I feel lately I've been subtly fading out of the scene. Even though I worked on the designs for Final Fantasy XI, it didn't stand out. You were done in? I was only helping. I've been gradually sticking more with my own team. You mean that you would like to have more power in directing? Yes, well, for Kingdom Hearts, this was the first time that I made a team from scratch by myself, and it was fun doing so. I thought this must be what it feels like to make a game. I felt like I was experiencing something that I long forgotten. Not only me, but the staff also said that they have their own special attachment to Kingdom Hearts. I thought that there is such a good atmosphere. It was extremely tough, but I feel like we accomplished something. I wonder if that feeling comes across to the players as well. It's very heartwarming to hear things like this, to hear how the team was so attached to this project, and hear how Nomura was so attached to this project. Oh, this was his, this literally was his baby. The feeling of accomplishment after completing the first Kingdom Hearts title must have been just crazy, and the feeling we got when we first played it is probably like what a lot of them had hoped for, and it probably made their days, and that makes me happy too. Kind of funny looking back at it, because before Kingdom Hearts, Nomura was mostly just a character designer and occasional programmer for the older Final Fantasy games. Though after Kingdom Hearts and how that succeeded and how he managed to pull off the impossible, not just him, of course other people helped with that as well. A funny quote here from Nomura saying, "I've been thinking about it since the company has been pushing me to tell them what I'll do next," which is really cool and funny, because it's like, dang, you made such a great project. They're like wondering like, dang, what are you going to do next? It's like the protagonist in an anime, like, and all the side characters are like, bro, so what's next for you? What's the next great feat you're going to accomplish? And he definitely accomplished another one, made a lot of people's favorite video game ever in Kingdom Hearts 2. This series really is just great. I love it too much, and especially Kingdom Hearts 1. This is all just after Kingdom Hearts 1. This was like the start of it all. We're reading like Nomura's thoughts after making like a game that would just be completely timeless. But let's move on to the last question and the secret about the game that only he knows. Lastly, what message do you want to give to the people who played Kingdom Hearts? I'm extremely grateful to the people who played this game. I had no idea how this game would fare before it was released. I thought, is this really interesting? But when it was released, it received high ratings and players told me that they liked it. It actually became this popular. I thought to myself, that's why I'm incredibly thankful. This whole time, I thought I would make this game with little reward, but I feel it finally paid off. I heard that there are 7 times the amount of survey postcards of people saying saying they want a sequel. So I spoke with the staff and we are thinking of ways to live up to the expectation. Thank you very much. And that warmed my heart even more. And then a secret about the game only he knows, the words that appear in the opening were actually words that an actual character was going to say in the ending. Please enjoy speculating who was supposed to speak those lines. What? Okay, hold on. So I heard about this a little bit on Twitter, but I like skimmed past it and didn't really believe it. But I just read this myself, and Nomura? You're not that crazy. There's no way he's that crazy, right? There's absolutely zero way he is that insane, right? I think? Okay, I'm kind of shook after reading that for myself. Whoa. Yo, that is actually insane. You guys all know who we're thinking about, right? I'm not the only one thinking that might be YOZORA he's talking about here. Early thoughts about YOZORA Nomura? Or Noctis, who was originally YOZORA. He doesn't give up on a single idea, does he? Not a single one. Everything he throws out there, he is going to try and think into existence. This dude's crazy. This dude's actually just insane. But that's going to be about it for the Ultimania coverage of Kingdom Hearts 1. For now. I will maybe, if there's enough demand for it, cover some of the other interviews with other developers and producers and so on. But the main Nomura interviews are the bulk of the Ultimania, the most interesting parts, and that is what I'm going to be primarily focusing on as we cover the Chain of Memories Ultimania, as we cover the KH2 Ultimania, etc, etc. I'm still shook by that last line. I can't believe that. Hello? Anyways though, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. You guys have been so supportive of this segment of this series. I don't know if I want to consider this part just the series of the KH1 Ultimania, or if the whole thing, the entire Ultimania coverage, will be the series itself. I don't know. But thank you guys regardless of all of your support in every aspect on the channel recently. You guys have been absolutely killing it with like the videos, the likes, the comments. The interaction has been like insane, and if you guys want to continue the discussion, then you should go ahead and join the Discord server. We talk lots about Kingdom Hearts there as well. We have a lovely community that I would love for you guys to be a part of, and you might recognize some of the people in the server from the comment sections in the videos. But if you guys enjoyed, then be sure to leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, comment down below telling me what you think about all of this, and last but not least, if you're not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.